Welcome to the CourseCareers Plumbing Introductory Course, where you'll learn how to break into the plumbing trade and land your first job, no experience or no degree, in as little as 12 weeks. There's never been a better time to get into plumbing. Demand is skyrocketing, the workforce is shrinking, and companies are actively looking for people who are ready to learn. Because of that, people are launching careers in plumbing faster than ever. By the end of this intro course, you'll know if this path is right for you. This video is broken down into 3 videos. We'll start by digging into the why you want a career in plumbing, where we'll get into all the awesome perks of being a plumber and why it's such a great career. Second, we'll cover what plumbing is. So we'll be going over what you'll be doing on a day-to-day basis and everything that the job consists of. And lastly, how to start your career in plumbing. So we'll be talking about what hiring managers are looking for and what you need to position yourself as a highly qualified candidate and how to land that job. Before we go any further, let's get a quick snapshot of what plumbing is. And no, it's not just unclogging toilets. Plumbing is the system of pipes, fittings, and fixtures that bring clean water into a building and carries the water out. It gives us running water to drink, clean, and cook and shower with, and it safely disposes of waste. So when you turn on a faucet, water comes out and it goes down the drain. That's plumbing. Every piece involved in that process is part of a plumbing system. Unless, of course, the water doesn't go down the drain, then that's a whole different plumbing problem. All right, so why plumbing? Right now, you have an option to choose almost any career you can think of, but I'm going to tell you why plumbing could be the right choice for you. Let's get into the big 3 reasons to choose a plumbing career. High job demand, a great earning potential, a clear career path with real opportunity. Let's start with the job demand first. Right now, the U.S. is facing a massive shortage of plumbers. Some reports project a shortage of over 500,000 plumbers by 2027. It's estimated that there will be roughly 42,000 plumbing job openings annually, driven by a retiring workforce and new construction demand. Over half of the current plumbing workforce is over 45 years old, and for every 7 plumbers who retire, only 1 is entering into the trade. This shortage is happening because for the past few decades, everyone was told to go to college. That led to fewer people entering the trades, especially plumbing. And with the rise of tech jobs, even fewer people considered skilled trades like this. But now that shortage is catching up, and it's creating a huge opportunity. Now let's talk about money. The average plumber's salary is around $63,000 a year. That number is expected to rise over $70,000 by the year 2030. And honestly, it could rise even faster than that. Plumbers are retiring faster than they're being replaced, and when demand goes up and supply goes down, wages follow. Once you get some experience under your belt, you can become a master plumber. Experienced master plumbers today are earning well over $100,000 annually. And with overtime or union work, you can earn even more than that. What I love most, once you've put in the time and built up your skills, you can start your own plumbing business. That's when the sky really becomes the limit, as you can become a multimillionaire by starting your own business. If you feel like you're an entrepreneur at heart, plumbing is a great career path, can lead you to the right entrepreneurship. So what does a plumbing career path look like? There are 2 main routes that you can choose from. One is new construction plumbing or service plumbing. Let's start with new construction plumbing. This is when you work on buildings that are being built, like houses, apartment complexes, or commercial buildings. You'll be the one installing all the pipes and the systems before the walls go up and people move in. It's kind of like building the plumbing system from scratch. You'll work with blueprints, you'll run pipe through walls and floors and make sure everything is set up right from the start. In new construction, you'll typically follow this path. An apprentice, you'll learn the fundamentals and assist a licensed plumber. A journeyman plumber, your pay increases and you start working more independently. A licensed plumber, where you can supervise projects and pull your own permits. From there, your options open up even more. You can become a plumbing supervisor, a project manager, director of operations, and eventually a business owner. And then there's service plumbing. This is more like being the plumbing superhero for homes and businesses. When someone's toilet won't flush, or a pipe bursts, or they need a new water heater, they call you. Service plumbers fix problems, do maintenance, and sometimes install new equipments in buildings that are already furnished and being used. You'll be going into different places every day to provide help and solve real problems. In service plumbing, you'll typically follow this path. An apprentice, you assist a service tech and learn the tools and the systems. A service tech is where you get your own van and start running jobs on your own. Lead service tech, you handle more complex jobs and may start managing junior techs. And an owner, just like construction, you eventually launch your own company. Both paths are very solid. It just depends on what type of work you prefer. Before we go any farther, let me introduce myself. My name is Jeff, and I've been a licensed plumber since 2004. I was co-owner of a large plumbing company for 12 years, and in 2019, I launched my own own business called Rising Tide Plumbing. I actually spent 5 years overseas in Central America helping communities get access to clean water, drilling wells, running pipe, teaching locals how to install plumbing systems. It was one of the most meaningful things I've ever done. Today, along with my business, I run a YouTube channel where I teach plumbing in quick, easy to understand videos just like this course. Now, back to plumbing and why right now is the best time to start a career in it. If you want a job, you can get one. There are plumbing jobs in every city, every state. It doesn't matter where you live. I can guarantee that there are jobs in your area. Just to give you an idea, here are some recent job listings. Gregory, Texas, apprentice plumber. Little Rock, Arkansas, service plumber. Sarasota, Florida, plumbing apprentice. Chandler, Arizona, journeyman plumber. Indianapolis, Indiana, service tech. No matter where you're located, there's work available. And here's the kicker. There's almost no competition for some of these jobs. In places like Baltimore or Virginia, job listings have fewer than 5 applicants. Some have 0, like this apprenticeship in Waco, Texas. 0 applicants, and the listing has been live for over a week. This means that companies are desperate to hire. The opportunity is there if you're willing to show up and put in the work. So again, you're likely to start at around $48,000 a year, depending on your location. But once licensed, average pay hits around the $108,000 a year in many markets. The key here is to focus on the long-term prospects, because that's where the real money and opportunity comes in. You have to put the work in just like any other career, but as long as you're willing to do it, you can make a very good living. And this doesn't even include the benefits that come along with a career in plumbing. Add in healthcare plans, 401k matching, and paid time off, and you're looking at some serious total compensation. And if you hate cubicles and sitting behind a computer all day, plumbing is not a desk job. You'll be moving around, working with your hands, solving real problems, and learning on the job. It's also flexible. Some jobs allow for early hours, 4-day work weeks, even night shifts if that's what you're looking for. Every day is different, and that's one of the best parts. No 2 days will ever be the same. So if you hate repetition and doing the same task over and over again, that's not going to happen in this career. And once again, this career does not require a college degree. All you need are the right skills and work ethic, and that's exactly what I'll teach you for a fraction of the time and the cost. So if you're ready to learn more, click to watch the next video. We're going to break down exactly what plumbing is and what a typical day on the job looks like. I'll see you there. Welcome back. Now that you understand why plumbing is such a great career, let's dive into what plumbing actually is, what plumbers do, and what a typical day on the job looks like. By the end of this video, you'll have a much better idea of whether this is the kind of work you would enjoy and how you'd fit into the trade. Let's start with the basics. Plumbing is the system of pipes, fittings, and fixtures that brings clean water into a building and safely carries the wastewater out. That means water to drink, cook, clean, and shower with, and then safely sending the used water out of a building. Remember the example from the last video. You turn on a faucet, water comes out, and you wash your hands, and the water disappears down the drain. Behind the scenes, there's an entire plumbing system that makes that possible, and most of it's hidden in the walls, under floors, or in attics, or even underground. As a plumber, your job is to design, install, maintain, and repair these systems so that they stay safe, reliable, and up to code. So why do we need plumbers? Because plumbers make modern life possible. They're the reason we have clean drinking water, working toilets, hot showers, and safe drainage systems. From the moment you wake up and brush your teeth to the time you wash the dishes after dinner, plumbing is quietly working behind the scenes to make it all happen. Without plumbers, buildings would flood, sanitation would break down, and basic hygiene would become a serious public health issue. It's one of the few jobs where your work directly protects people's health, safety, and quality of life. Plumbers don't just install pipes, they solve critical problems, keeping families comfortable and ensure entire cities run smoothly. It's meaningful work. And when you finish a job and know that there's a home or a school or a hospital that now has safe, functioning water because of your skill, that is a feeling you can be proud of. Let's talk about some of the hard skills you'll build. Plumbing is a hands-on physical trade, which is one of the things that makes it so satisfying. You're not just sitting at a desk all day. You're moving, you're building, you're fixing, seeing real progress with your own 2 hands. To succeed, you'll need to get comfortable with a few core skills. Physical labor. Expect to stay active. You'll be lifting, crouching, climbing, and working with your hands all day. Basic math. Whether it's reading a tape measure or figuring out angles and pipe lengths, a little math goes a long way. Tool proficiency. From wrenches and torches to pipe cutters and threaders, you'll use all kinds of tools to get the job done right. Troubleshooting. Plumbing isn't just about installation. It's also about figuring out why something isn't working and fixing it fast. But plumbing isn't just about tools and pipe wrenches. It's also about building trust, reliability, and working well with others. Whether you're inside someone's home or in a big commercial job, the way you carry carry yourself makes a huge difference. Here are some of the soft skills that will set you apart. Integrity and honesty. Do what you say you're going to do. Customers and employers need to know that they can count on your word. Punctuality. Showing up on time might seem simple, but it's one of the most respected traits in the trade. Communication. You'll be working with clients, coworkers, and supervisors. Being clear and respectful goes a long way. Problem solving. From diagnosing issues to adapting on the fly, this is a skill you'll use daily. Teamwork. Plumbing often happens in crews. A good attitude and a willingness to help the team make you a valued part of the job. So who's a good fit for plumbing? If you're someone who enjoys working with your hands, plumbing is a physical, hands-on trade. You're not sitting at a desk all day. You're out there solving problems and making things work. I do have to warn you, it can be intense labor at times, so you need to be prepared for that. Someone who likes helping people. At the end of the day, your work directly impacts someone's comfort, their safety, and their quality of life. Whether it's fixing a burst pipe or getting a family's hot water back on, what you do matters. Someone who loves building and creating. You're literally shaping the infrastructure of homes, businesses, and even hospital. There's pride in stepping back at the end of the day and seeing what you've built. Wants to stay busy and challenged. No 2 days are the same. One day you might be roughing in a new bathroom, or the next day you might be troubleshooting a leak in a 100-year-old house. If you like variety and learning as you go, plumbing delivers that feeling of unpredictability. Now, let's talk about what it's actually like on the job as a plumber. Plumbing keeps you moving. You'll be climbing, lifting, crouching, carrying tools, so yes, it's physically demanding. But for a lot of people, that beats sitting behind a desk any day. And the physical effort pays off. You're compensated well, and there's something satisfying about working with your hands to solve real problems. Sometimes you'll work solo, other times you'll be part of a small crew. It depends on the job. In new construction, you might be one of several people roughing in a house. In service work, you might be out in a van on your own, responding to calls. Either way, most jobs start with a quick check-in and a morning meeting to align on goals and plan the day. A typical work week is around 40 hours, but flexibility is key. Some days might be longer, especially if you're trying to hit a deadline or finish a critical job. Plumbing isn't a clock in, clock out type of job. It's about getting the job done right, and sometimes that means staying a little later. One of the best parts of this trade is the camaraderie. You work side by side with others, often for weeks or months at a time, and those relationships matter. There's pride in a job well done. When everything is installed cleanly, up to code, and works perfectly, you feel it. You see it. It's a trade built on mutual respect, hard work, and shared wins. So what does a day in the life of a plumber actually look like? Most plumbers start their day between 7:30 and 8 in the morning. You'll either head to the company shop or a warehouse or straight to a job site, depending on the setup. You'll get a rundown of the day's tasks, meet with your crew or supervisor, and make sure you've got all the tools and materials you need. From 8 to noon, you're in full work mode. If you're on a new construction job, you might be roughing in pipes for a new house, setting fixtures, double-checking measurements against blueprints. If you're doing service work, you're likely to be driving to multiple locations, diagnosing issues, making repairs, anything from a leaking water heater to a clogged drain. Around 12 to 12:30, you'll break for lunch. This usually lasts around 30 to 60 minutes. You might eat in your van or stop by a local spot. If you're lucky, a customer might offer you something to eat. This actually happens a lot more than you would think. From 1 to 5, it's back to work. You might be finishing up a project, running more service calls, or helping another crew wrap up a job. Some days it's smooth sailing, other days you hit unexpected problems, but that's part of what keeps it interesting. By the end of the day, you've accomplished something real. You've fixed a system, helped a homeowner, or built something that was going to last for decades. It's hard work, but when you pack up your tools and head home, there's a real sense of pride in what you did. But how do you know if you're doing a good job? Here's how success is measured in plumbing. The quality of your work. Is it clean, safe, and done right? Job site cleanliness. Are you keeping your workspace organized? Working independently? Can you be trusted to get things done without constant supervision? Positive relationships. Are you easy to work with? Can customers count on you? Hitting deadlines. Getting jobs done on time helps win more work in the future. Here's a few quick tips to help you succeed in this field. Learn from experienced plumbers. During your apprenticeship, soak up as much as you can. Ask questions. The more curious you are, the faster you're going to learn. It's a lot easier to learn from someone who has done what you're trying to do than it is to try to figure it out for yourself. Be Be driven to grow. Show up every day to get better. This will help you fast track your career growth and get you promoted at a much faster pace. Be punctual and reliable. That alone will set you apart from most people. If you can be polite to your coworkers and clients while showing up every single day, people are going to notice that. In this course, we'll go in depth on all the major piping systems, the fittings, tools, and installation techniques you'll need on the job. Whether you're building a brand new system or fixing one that's been around for decades, you need to know how to get the pieces to fit together. Literally, you'll learn how to install plumbing systems from start to finish. From running water lines to setting fixtures, you'll know how to get everything in place and how to get it up to code. Make safe and proper pipe connections. We'll walk through the different types of pipes and fittings and how to connect them correctly to prevent leaks and any kind of hazards. Maintain and troubleshoot plumbing systems. You'll be able to spot issues before they become big problems and keep systems running smoothly. Repair older systems that aren't working right. Not everything you do will be new construction. We'll show you how to work with aging infrastructure and find creative, code-compliant fixes. There's a lot to learn, but it's all broken down into clear, manageable steps that build your knowledge and confidence along the way. All right, now you should have a much better understanding of what plumbers do, what kind of work you'll be doing, and what makes someone successful in this trade. In the next and final video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to start your plumbing career, what hiring managers want, and how to get experience and land your first job. I'll see you there. So, how do you actually start your career in plumbing? Most people hit the same wall. They don't have any real experience and they don't know where to begin. They lack foundational knowledge in key areas of plumbing, which makes it hard to feel confident, especially in interviews. And once they do land a job, they're often unsure how to carry themselves on a job site, which can make those first few weeks really tough. On top of that, there simply aren't enough entry-level plumbers to meet the growing demand. Employers are hiring, but they're struggling to find people who are truly ready to contribute from day one. That's exactly where CourseCareers makes a difference. This course gives you the knowledge, the confidence, and the preparation to walk into your first job ready to go. Don't get lost trying to start your career in plumbing. There are endless ways to get into plumbing, but I'm going to show you the best way. Let's look at a few of your options. Trade schools can cost up to $20,000 or more and take 2 full years to complete. And while they do teach you a lot, most of it is general education, things like classroom theory or subjects that don't directly apply to what you're going to be doing on the job. So by the time you graduate, you've spent a lot of time and money, but still might not have the practical hands-on knowledge your future employer actually expects from day one. Self-taught is another potential route, and to be fair, it can work, but it's slow. You're on YouTube watching 100 different videos trying to figure out what matters and what doesn't. There's no structure, there's no feedback, no guarantee you're learning the things in the right order. It's easy to get stuck, or worse, you lose motivation because you're not sure you're making any progress. That's where this course comes in. For just $499, you're getting a direct, streamlined path into a high-paying career without spending years in school or drowning in debt. You can complete the course in as little as 4 to 12 weeks, and it's fully self-paced. That means you can work through it after hours, on the weekends, whenever it fits into your schedule. No need to quit your job or rearrange your life to learn. But the real value? This isn't fluff. You're not sitting through hours of abstract theory that doesn't apply in the field. You're learning the exact skills I've used day in and day out as a licensed plumber for over the past 2 decades. Skills your future employer actually wants you to have. We'll cover how plumbing systems work, from water supply to drainage, how to install and troubleshoot real fixtures like toilets, sinks, and water heaters, proper installation techniques and tools so you can do the job safely and up to code, what life on the job looks like so you're not caught off guard on day one, how to problem solve, work as a team, be the kind of a plumber that companies want to hire. This course is designed to give you real-world, job-ready knowledge, the kind that gives you confidence, earns respect, and makes you valuable from the moment you step on site. And for most students, the course pays for itself within the first week of getting hired. It's low cost, fast turnaround, and focused on one thing, helping you land your first plumbing job and succeeding in it. And that's what really makes this course one of the best investments you can make. The average starting salary for a new plumber is around $48,000. That means this $499 course can literally pay for itself in your first week on the job. It would take you about 3 days to recoup your investment. No debt, no wasted time, just a clear path to a solid career. Now, what do employers want? They want someone who's ready to contribute, someone who has the foundational knowledge and the right attitude. They don't care if you have a degree. They care if you can do the job. This course prepares you to speak the language of plumbing, walk into an interview with confidence, answer questions about key concepts like venting, drainage, or code. Present yourself like someone who belongs on the job site. This course is designed to do more than just teach. You're being prepared to succeed as an apprentice plumber on day one. I start by helping you master the fundamentals of how plumbing systems work, how water flows, and how everything connects safely and efficiently. You'll also learn how to solve problems and troubleshoot issues in real-world scenarios. Because as a plumber, you're not just installing pipes, you're diagnosing and fixing problems that matter. I cover a wide range of plumbing systems, so you're not just limited to one type of work. Whether it's residential, commercial, rural setups, you'll know what to expect and how to adapt. You'll gain a strong understanding of plumbing code and why it matters. That means you'll be able to work safely, legally, and professionally without second-guessing yourself. Just as important, I'll show you how to carry yourself like a true professional on a job site with customers and part of a team. And finally, I'll help you specialize and land your first job. Whether you want to go into service work or new construction, you'll finish this course with the confidence, knowledge, and plan to move forward. But breaking into plumbing isn't just about learning the skills, it's about knowing exactly how to get hired. And most people have no idea where to start. That's why this course is so valuable, because I'm going to give you all the insider information you need in order to stand out among the crowd. I'll show you where to find the most relevant jobs, even the ones that aren't posted online, what hiring managers are really looking for so you can tailor your resume and interview answers, how to apply and actually get found, whether you're applying to large companies or small local shops, what kind of questions you'll be asked during the interview and how to prepare, what to expect during the interview process so you can walk in with confidence, and most importantly, how to answer questions effectively even if you don't have any on-the-job experience yet. You're not going to go through this alone. We're giving you the roadmap to succeed and the guidance to help you navigate each step. And just to reiterate, you don't need a college degree. Hiring managers don't care what school you went to. They care about one thing: can you do the job? That means showing up ready to do the work, understanding the basics, and having the right attitude. Let's look at a real-world example. Here's a job posting I found for a service plumber. The pay is up to $130,000 a year. What are the requirements? A few years of experience, good attitude, and the ability to pass a background check. That's it. No degree required. And here's the kicker: no one has applied for it yet, and it's been live for 2 months. The opportunity is out there, and this course helps you get to it. Let's talk about the qualifications you actually need to become a successful plumber. To succeed in plumbing, you need to understand how different systems work and how to install them correctly. That includes all type of plumbing systems and the ability to make safe, reliable pipe and fitting connections. You'll also need a solid understanding of plumbing code. That includes things like sanitary drainage, water distribution, and venting practices. These aren't just rules, they're what keeps systems safe, efficient, and up to the standard on every job. You'll also need to understand rough-in and set-out practices for common fixtures like toilets, sinks, showers, and water heaters. These are the foundational steps that ensure everything is measured, aligned, and installed properly the first time. And this course is going to teach you all of that and more. This isn't just a crash course or a quick overview. This is a deep, practical education built specifically for beginners. You'll get 16 hours of expert-led video content broken into easy-to-follow modules that teach you everything you need to know to get started in plumbing. Along the way, you'll complete 18 quizzes to make sure you're actually retaining the information, not just watching passively. You'll also work through real-world problems and exercises to practice what you've learned, so you're not just prepared for the test, you're prepared for the job. I'll give you behind-the-scenes insights to help you succeed on the job, whether that's setting up your tools, walking a job site, coordinating with your supervisor. And to make sure you're on track, we include built-in guidance to help you navigate each phase of the course confidently. At the end, there's a final exam to certify you're job-ready and confident in your new skills. So what's in the course? Let's take a look at the curriculum of this course and what you'll learn. We'll cover plumbing basics and why it matters, common pipe and fitting types, how to make safe, reliable connections, plumbing code and how to apply it, fixture installation, rough ends and set outs, backflow prevention, layout design when plans aren't provided, rural plumbing systems, green technologies and modern tools, how to act like a pro on the job, and what it takes to eventually run your own business. You'll get over 16 hours of video, 18 quizzes, and a final exam to reinforce everything, and the content is designed to be practical, not just textbook theory. And CourseCareers goes above and beyond to support you in your journey of starting your new career. This also includes a CourseCareers certification upon completion, access to a community of fellow students, a custom resume builder, a custom career profile to help you stand out to employers. We don't just teach you the skills, we help you land the job. And you don't have to go through this course alone either. When you enroll, you'll get access to coaching and mentorship from experienced professional plumbers, people who've been in the field and know exactly what it takes to succeed. You have the option for personalized one-on-one support to help answer any questions you might have, weekly workshops, a group cohort accelerator to help offer any guidance and keep you moving forward. This is more than just a course, it's a team in your corner. So how hard is this course? This course was specifically built for beginners. Even if you've never touched a pipe wrench before, everything is broken down into clear, easy to follow lessons with real world examples and step-by-step instructions. I take the time to explain not just the what, but the why behind everything, so you actually understand what you're doing, not just memorizing. We also include built-in quizzes to help you retain what you've learned and prepare for the final exam. And if you ever get stuck, you'll have access to a community and optional coaching support to help guide you through it all. Do I need to be good at problem solving? Yes, but this is something you'll develop through the course. Plumbing is all about diagnosing issues and figuring out how to fix them. That might sound intimidating at first, but problem solving is a skill that is built through repetition and understanding. As we go through this course, you'll start to naturally recognize patterns and think critically about systems and approach problems with confidence. By the end, you'll be comfortable handling real-world plumbing challenges. How will this help me get hired? Hiring managers don't care about fancy degrees. They want someone who can show up on time, work hard, and do the job right. This course gives you the exact knowledge and language you need to prove that you're ready to go on day one. You'll walk into interviews already knowing plumbing fundamentals, job site expectations, and how to talk confidently about systems like venting, drainage, and installation. That immediately sets you apart from the average entry-level applicant and shows employers they won't need to spend months training you from scratch. You'll also get a custom resume builder, help creating your job search profile, and insider tips on how to land your first apprenticeship or job in the field. We're with you every step of the way. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it will still be up to you to learn the knowledge, apply yourself, and be the best version of yourself from the interview process all the way to becoming a master plumber. Let's look at what your income could realistically grow to as you gain experience. Year 1 through 3, average of $45,000 to $65,000 a year. This is the average starting salary for entry-level plumbers. It's what many new apprentices earn in their first year on the job, but you'll have the opportunity to earn more in the following years. Year 3 through 5, anywhere from $70,000 to $95,000. By this point, you've built solid experience, grown your skills, and possibly earned a journeyman plumber's license. Many plumbers see a significant pay bump around this stage, especially if they're working in overtime or in high-demand areas. Year 5 plus, over $100,000. With 5+ years experience, you could be a licensed master plumber, supervising teams, running large-scale projects, or even running your own business. At this level, 6 figures is very realistic. And some plumbers earn much more, especially with overtime or union work. And remember, and this doesn't factor in overtime pay, which can easily add 10 to 20% to your income, union benefits and bonuses, 401k, healthcare, and paid time off. The potential to start your own plumbing business, to take full control of your earnings. This is a career where your income is directly tied to your skills and your effort, not a college degree or a fancy title. The more you learn and grow, the more you can earn. So what are you waiting for? You can get started today for a one-time payment of just $499, or break it into 4 easy payments of $150. And if you're not completely sure, no problem. We offer a 14-day money-back guarantee, completely risk-free. There's nothing standing in your way. So if you're ready to take the next step, if you want a career that's in demand, that pays well, and makes a real impact, then let's get started. Click that purchase button to enroll in the course, and I'll see you on the inside.